Cancer, stage 4.
Okay.
And I just had a spinal fusion.
Okay.
And then I had a brain tumor.
Okay.
And you were the one to make me fight.
Okay.
And next week I just found out I need more surgery.
Okay.
I wanted to know if I could hug you or see you.
Absolutely.
Live from the Injured on the Go Just Call Mo studio.
It's a blast!
It's Orlando's own Tom and Dan.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We are live on Twitch. We're live on YouTube. Come on over and hang out in the chat room. We'd love to see you. We're back. We're back from spring break.
Yeah.
At Tom and Dan Live on all social media. And yes, we are back live.
From the Orlando Talk Show, it's comedian and host Ross McCoy.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, Ross?
Good.
Very good to see you. I cannot help but notice that you have on one of the nicest pairs of tactical sweatpants I have ever seen.
Yes.
I don't think tactical sweatpants are used enough. I would like to find a pair of tactical sweatpants for myself. Very difficult because I am 5'2".
Yes.
I don't think sweatpants can be tactical.
Oh, yeah, they can.
What makes them tactical? They have cargo.
What is the word tactical defined as?
Pockets.
Yeah. I would imagine that it's providing a more than just your average sweatpant is what I'm leaning toward.
Okay.
This has pockets. This has Velcro. This has zippers. Has places to affix carabiners.
From the Elite Vintage Apparel Collection, this is a 3X pair of Gerbeau sweatpants. And like when I say they are soft and downy on the inside, dude, it's like living as a sheep. It's amazing. They're so
Reverse sheep. He's a reverse sheep.
They're so comfy. And it might be the first instance of cargo pockets on a sweatpant in America.
Yeah.
And they're deep. Dude,
And they're on the front, which I think makes a
need
lot
so much
more
room for.
you could park a car in these
for all
things.
kinds of things. He can put a Pro Max. He can put a Apple 17 Pro Max in there, and he still has room for a laptop.
Those are, you could put an iPad in there.
You can put an iPad in there. You can put the iPad Mini in there. Very easy. Put an iPad Mini and a vape pen in there.
Why do you need so big of pockets?
Why not?
And they are a 3X, and they're designed for a gentleman probably 2 feet taller than me. So I do have them.
They're a little
cinched,
big on you.
I have them cinched tightly just below my nipples. It's very comfy. It's amazing.
Why do you need to be that comfortable? You're
And this
outside of the
was years
house.
ago. These are vintage. Before we get into today's show, I do want to point out that these are vintage.
Yeah.
This is not like the style now, and I understand that a lot of parents and a lot of adults get angry at it, but there is a comfy style now that is sort of embraced by younger people, whether it's sweatpants, pajama pants, big cushy hoodies, shoes that look like marshmallows, socks that are poofy, but the marshmallow
Why
shoes
do you want
are
to
the
be
ones
so comfortable?
And I'm not going to say Billie Eilish invented it, but like she's
there.
embraced it
She's
and
there, and a lot of
broadcast it.
hers, I think, comes from the fact that she is a very beautiful, big, busted woman, and I feel like she hides a lot of her curvatures in comfy sweatshirts. I think that's maybe part of the origin tale there. You know,
sure.
It's making her less of an outwardly sex symbol or whatever. And then a lot of people have kind of gravitated to this like almost pseudo preppy. It's a lot of pastels. It's a lot of muted browns. A lot of the brown that your poop's not supposed to be. It's a lot of that colors.
So if you're comfortable all the time, right?
Yeah.
So you're wearing sweatpants,
Yeah.
sweat whole costume, and then you're
Yes.
you're wearing slippers outside, and you're comfortable all the time. So then all day you're comfortable.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
then when you get home,
Miserable.
isn't that's the
So
time
what do
you're
you put
supposed
on
to
when you get home? You put on a big leather jacket.
No, but there has to be a time where you're not comfortable
No.
to appreciate the comfortable.
You just take off less.
Just-
you wear
But
less.
you can't
take
get
the,
more
you take the
comfortable.
marshmallow shoes off.
Just varying degrees of comfortable. Sometimes you're a little bit less comfortable than other times.
Jaberry Joe in our chat room, and you can be there with him right now on Twitch at Tom and Dan Live. He says it's called something called comfy core, and I've heard that term thrown around before.
Yeah.
And there are people that do it right. I've seen some people that do it I think hipster guy like Fantano, the guy that does the music reviews on YouTube. That guy's comfy core, where he wears a tiny beanie where he looks like he's trying to discover submarines somewhere out in the Atlantic, and he wears a sweatshirt that's 2 sizes too big, that's square shaped, and then he wears little square shaped pants, and then he wears big poofy socks so he squeezes his feet into marshmallow shoes. And these people that's the new style. That's it.
Yeah,
and
but-
if you wore it more, you'd get more looks from the teens. They'd be like, "Oh, this guy's
Listen.
cool. He's got marshmallow shoes."
I'm not being an old man here.
No,
No,
you
it
can't say
sounds
that. When you say that, because I do this all the time. I'm like, "Hey, I'm not
Right.
being an old man here just for observing that this stuff
Right.
is stupid."
I have come from the world of wearing sandals all the time and
Comfy. That's comfy.
And then just because if I'm just showing up at a radio station and just talking on a mic, no one cares. I can wear sandals. I might as well.
I think you're trying to say you got a lot of comfy friends.
A lot of my friends are comfy. It's a lot of my friends are comfy.
I do have a lot of
Some of my
comfy
best friends. Some of my best friends.
Yes,
Some of my best friends are comfy. Can you say that for us, please?
You live your life the way you
comfy
want.
lover.
This is America.
Too far, Dan.
No, I'm saying but this is America.
This is America.
I want you to do whatever the hell you want to
Yeah.
do. You see what I'm saying? Be whoever.
Donald Glover,
Well,
this is America.
Wear
The list actually is pretty short.
wear marshmallow shoes. Do whatever. I don't care. I'm not you. It doesn't bother me. I don't even pay
But you're
attention.
asking what? You're asking what to what end? Is that the?
No,
what is the question?
I'm just saying. I think you're doing yourself a disservice not having something.
Not from inside these pants, baby.
Have you been in those pants? Walk a mile in that man's pants right there. Have you walked a mile in Ross's cinched
'Cause-
up 3X jubos?
It feels good.
Did I say that right? Yeah.
Like it feels good to get to your home and then be comfortable because it makes
It's a relief.
It's-
I'm with you.
you're
I
like,
do it.
Okay, now
The
I'm
Japanese did it like house shoes. I do
Yes.
that. Like you come in, I take
The
off
Japanese know.
They do know. I take my Vans off. I even take my socks off. I go upstairs. I have a pair of they're like from Walmart. Again, they're like the little fleece-lined daddy slippers.
Yeah,
with the bottoms that grip in case I have to run after a rapist.
That's your
Yeah,
you
my
know
my ritual.
award.
It's a ritual.
But it's also your reward for being.
You did it. You got it. You
Home.
got there.
Yeah, sorry. I haven't talked a lot in 10 days.
Yeah.
Be surprised how little I talk.
It's like starting
when
an
I'm
old
with my
K car.
family. My family doesn't want to hear this, so I don't do any of this
Hey, let
when
me
I'm
tell
with
you
my
something.
family.
Can I tell you something?
My wife doesn't want to hear it. My kids don't want to
Hey,
hear it.
you don't need to say that to us, dude. You're in a
All
safe
right,
space
okay,
now.
I'm
You
just
talk.
saying.
You want to talk? You
Yeah,
talk.
I'm just saying I have to get it
You're
back
good.
going
You're
again.
safe here.
Just kickstart it. It'll be fun.
Just have the difference, the yin and the yang. Another Japanese thing. I don't even know if that's true.
And is it yin and yang or yin and yang?
Yin and
It's
yang.
yin and yang.
Oh.
You've been calling yin? This vault is from the Yin Dynasty. I'm going to be rich.
Anyway,
You say you're not an old man, but the lifestyle you're espousing is most, I think,
man, yeah.
well, Mr. Rogers. But Mr. Rogers goes out into the world in his world clothes, and the second he steps over that threshold, he takes his world shoes off, takes his world jacket off, puts his home sweater on, and puts his home slippers on.
it gets comfortable, but
It's an old man thing.
yes, but it's got to be a human thing, right? It's like you can't eat ice cream all the time. It's not as good if you eat it all the time. It's got to be
Challenge
a treat.
accepted.
And you got the right pants for it, man. This guy's made. These are ice cream eating pants.
All right. So we got back from spring break. I want to hear about. the Ram Daisy
Should we
gambling
start
cruise.
there?
Yeah,
Should we
yeah.
start? Because that's pretty fresh. It happened over the weekend. If you didn't get to go, there might be other ones in the future. So just keep your ear to, the show. Where are you promoting most of this? Where would
Here, Facebook,
Okay.
Instagram, I think.
here, Facebook or Instagram? Just follow Ross, and I'm sure he'll be talking about it. So you decided. Well, you didn't. You wanted to go along for the ride with a very good friend of yours, Ram Davesy.
It's true.
And Ram Davesy is a financial analyst that has become sort of adjacent to our program. He's appeared on it many, many times.
So, okay, Ross, this is what I want to ask you
No
about.
different than Mad Dog's Money Report or anything else that you would find.
Way better.
Yeah.
So I don't want to get in your business on the air, but I will, because that's
Yeah,
what people
that's what we
want.
do.
Just got into my pants. Like, we got
what a good-
extensively into my pants,
That's
so
what a
let's
good
get into my
host-
business.
That's what a good host does.
Yeah. And Ross doesn't care. He'll answer
Yeah.
anything. He's literally not
It
shy.
was either this or get served divorce papers live on the air, and we're going for this.
So, like, you're working with, this gambling, like Victory Casino Cruise.
Correct.
And I kind of understand, like, lightly how that business works. Where Victory Casino's like, hey, if you can bring a group, on this cruise, like, it'll benefit everybody. Well, like, give the group a little benefit. Give the person that put the group together a benefit. You get some sponsors. You got Mo. You got Power Spot. Todd Burney. And so I'm like, I know how sponsors work. And it's like, but then when you're actually on the gambling cruise, all that money you potentially could have made, then you give back to the cruise,
right?
Because gambling,
because he's addicted to gambling, like you are too. But I mean, we don't talk about that, but it's fine. It's fine.
I'm playing the sports.
You're the only guy qualified to talk to him about his gambling addiction. Would be the other guy with the gambling addiction.
So then
I'm over here doing none of this.
Okay, so as a guy with a gambling addiction,
he said it.
I would be like, well, all this potential, this business that I'm making here by bringing groups on the cruise and the sponsor and stuff, then I'm just giving it back to Victory, gambling it back. Now, with the small percentage chance of winning 3 times the amount of money I made, but most likely I'm going to give it back. Anyway, so we're worried about that.
All right, so first of all, thanks to Mo DeWitt and Craig and Todd for sponsoring the cruise. They definitely made it possible.
Thank you, Mo.
Definitely appreciate
Craig.
that. Craig.
Thank you, Todd. Appreciate you, buddy.
Craig did at a BDM full craps table. It was like all BDMs and one guy dressed like the Puerto Rican flag for whatever reason. But like
we have one Puerto Rican flag per event. I think that's in the contract. I think it is.
Craig did play a bunch of dice and give out a lot of silver. He was giving out 1-ounce silver pieces, which is like, well, at the time of the sailing, it was about $100. Now it's about $65. Silver's volatile right now.
Yeah, go up and down, up and down. It's the new Bitcoin, they say. Silver's the new Bitcoin.
But so to answer your question, Tom, to put this together, I managed to get together a group of 20 people, and just like straight disclosure, all out, full out, what they gave me for that was $200 free play. Okay. And I will say that you can email them. You can do this yourself. If you got 20 friends, I highly recommend it. Put it together, have them all chip in $25. You get a free dinner. Like, this is easily doable if you have a certain number of friends, and they'll give you $200 in free play. And so,
is Ram gonna like you giving away his secrets like this? My God.
For whatever and to like let you guys know, that's like if me and my wife go to the Hard Rock on a random weekday, that's about what we'll bring with us, right? To play and perchance to lose. That's about our average gambling budget on any given trip, right?
All right.
But for whatever reason, it being free and us being on the boat, and maybe I got like first high school party drunk a little bit, like I'm a minimum bet guy. I walk up to the slot machine and I'm hitting that 88-cent button, right?
Okay.
But on the boat with a little bit of free play and some booze in my veins, I was Max Play Johnny on this boat.
Max Play Johnny? Never go Max Play Johnny.
And it paid off for me.
People were winning like crazy. Okay, I'll tell you my introduction to what was happening on his gambling cruise, or his friend's. I'm just gonna call it yours. Sure. On Ross's gambling cruise. I wake up, I look at after the gambling cruise, the first post that is propagated into my algorithm is BDM Justin. And he's like, yeah, I got off the boat. Won $700, and Craig handed me $100 silver. So I'm up 800. I'm like, you're up 800. Well, why didn't I go on this goddamn cruising thing?
Well, that's not how gambling works. You lose. What the hell?
The first slot machine I hit was this machine called Lightning Link, which is very volatile but known for good payouts. And I spun $37 into it at $5 bets, and I won $300. That was the first thing I did. And it kept going like that. There was another machine called like Nouveau Riche or something. Kind of caught my eye. I walked over to it. I made a black lady move her purse off the seat so I could play it. $6 spin. The first spin I hit for $524. And the lady whose purse I made move, she was losing her goddamn mind. She couldn't.
Oh, that's because of me, baby. That's because of me, baby. You owe me $200, baby.
So I was like, I wanted to play more craps, honestly, with you, but I was having so much luck with the slots that day that I stuck with slots, and I ended up pretty good.
Did you get off the boat with a lot of that money?
Unfortunately, there's this point where the boat makes you stop gambling, and I sadly was way up at that point. I would have kept going, To be honest with you, like
You were the flow state.
I definitely had slot fever by the time the boat was
Slot
ready to.
fever? Your first was it your first case?
I would have put everything into all the machines, but
if I was a captain, I'd be like, leave it on for that guy.
I'm taking an extra loop around.
Leave it on until he gives it back to us.
How about a loop around the island here? He's gonna give it all back.
all right. So let's talk about the craps table. Craig, I think of the 6-hour cruise, Craig was at the craps table for 5 hours and 45 minutes of it. He did briefly go scarf a chicken parm or what. Oh, by the way, shout out to Chef Ed.
Thank you, Chef Ed.
Chef Ed pretty much made this happen and put together a special menu for the cruise. He put together a Moe's chicken parm, which was delightful. And for the first time ever at sea and on any boat, tater tots.
Never been done.
Never been done on a boat before.
I researched this. I looked into this too. Curly
was-
fries have been done, crinkles, steak, you name it. Tots have not been done.
Never tots. It was a historic
And I'm looking at
sailing.
you, Carnival Cruise Line. You're supposed to be the fun boat or whatever. You know, you go crazy. You don't no tots. It's never been done. First time it's ever
Chef
been done.
Ed making history on this cruise. So the craps table, like I said, I was mainly playing slots. I played the craps table for about 45 minutes to an hour or so, and so I'm down about $100 at craps, right? And one of our listeners who now will forevermore be known as Shooter gets the dice and proceeds to roll for 45 minutes. He just went on a crazy...
And that's an extraordinarily long time
it's
to roll.
an insane amount. And the best part about it is that he had no idea what he was doing. He just kind of got in on craps because everybody was having fun. And so you know how craps works, Tom. You set a point.
It's always way more frustrating when I'm watching someone win that has no idea what they're doing.
No.
And I think there's a weird
They're
paradox.
like, I won! And they're raking it in. I'm like...
But there's a weird paradox, I think, where people like you that really are in it, and let's say it's a craft, right? Let's say you look at it like that.
Yeah.
I think your mind is trained to witness these people doing that more often. It doesn't happen very often. But I think your brain flags it like, God damn, it's happening all the time.
Yeah. You remember the wins.
Yeah.
But in poker, it's you against that guy. You guys are either if there's a certain amount of money on the table and one of you gets it and the other one doesn't. In craps, it's us against the house, right?
Yeah,
and as long as you're betting on this guy's side, you're golden.
Yes, everybody won. Yeah.
And so, to watch him set a point and then roll it and then watch the table erupt and then watch the puzzlement on his face, what did I do? What happened was just amazing. And then when he did get
It's
to
the
the
same
point,
look on the lady that said the fart inward on her face. Same look at her face.
when he got to the point where he had made Craig enough money and Craig reached in his pocket and gave him a piece of silver, he said the cutest thing, which was, "Can I keep it?"
Oh, these are heartwarming, genuine moments on this this actual.
It was
boat.
awesome. And then so he brought me up. I was down $100, and so he put me up. Even after his roll, when he sevened out, I counted. I was back to my original stake plus $7. So I tipped the dealer $7 and went to go smoke. And on my smoke break, I think the average payout at the table, people earned about $3,000 a shooter because somebody went on another crazy hot roll. I know a couple people were up yeah. Right after you left, I made $2,000.
I think everybody's up. I think everybody that came on. No, but I think
they can't be in business.
Okay, even the worst guy, Dr. Mush and So, in our chat room on Twitch at Tom and Dan Live.
He won?
He said, I went on the boat with $400. I left with $443. Even
What?
Even he.
That's not how it works.
Tom, how about this one? The producer of my podcast, Logan.
Shout out Logan.
Mickey's son, Logan, producing my podcast now. He went on the cruise with us, and I don't know what he brought with him, but he was out of money real quick.
Okay.
But
They're there.
Good.
They're there.
I'm glad it happened.
Yeah.
I'm
Sorry, Logan.
He lost 6-hour cruise. I think he lost all his money in the first hour and a half, except he got what he called his insurance policy, which was you can play bingo on the cruise, and they do it at 2:00, towards the end of the cruise. So he bought his bingo card ahead of time.
Oh, so we could circle back around and have something else to do. Good call.
Lost the rest of his money, played bingo, didn't win bingo, but he was sitting at a table with my wife who did win a bingo card and felt bad for him and gave him $25, and he went and put that $25 in the slot machine, won $250.
What? Who set this boat?
I don't know.
Did Chef Ed have was Ed doing because he didn't say hey man, open it up because we could we could potentially do more of these, so make a good impression. Is that how it works?
I am cherry picking the good stories.
Can you do that?
There was like the three guy pink shirt crew. I think they consistently lost the whole cruise. When every time I checked in with them, they were down. There's a couple people here and there were chronically down.
I saw a
but
lot of cowboy hats.
there was a startling amount of winning on the Ram Dave's Boat Gambling Invitational.
That's
it was
good.
crazy.
That's good. You want a lot of winning.
I know you could like the table games, not so much because
Right.
the odds are set, but you could adjust had the payouts in slot machines.
Correct.
And
There's like a legal range.
Yeah. And then so you can, but like it's only legal to, it has to stop for the consumer, right? But like the casino itself, they can give out as much money as they want.
Absolutely.
Legally, So I'm sure under like more of a, let's say conventions in town, or you're like a marketing reason. Like we saw it with the regular cruise ships, with like the new cruise ships to incentivize and make everybody have fun. They'll mess with the
Loosen it
slot,
up, it seems
loosen
like.
the slots, and then that way more people
I just didn't know if
leave
that's,
with good stories.
I
don't know.
hate these things.
But does that happen?
Okay, exactly. Like my phone is listening to me. Okay, I put that in the same category of they loosen the slot. Is that a real thing? No one has ever looked
They
me in the
can do
eyes.
it,
Like
but-
no one from Apple has been like, yes, your phone is always on. It's always listening. We feed that data to create the algorithm that feeds you the ads that we're controlling your brain.
If you get a Facebook ad about loose slot machines, does that prove both things at once?
Maybe, but nobody's ever said like, yes, I am a casino slot machine person, and we loosen them on Mondays because we know there are less people there. We want a good reputation, and we tighten them on Saturdays.
Here, in my experience, and like my wife loves slot machines. I've played a lot of slot machines in the last couple months. What we've noticed is that, for example, in Tampa, there's the one casino, and they have no competition, and it doesn't seem like their slots win as much as like other places. Whereas we go to like Atlantic City, and there's a casino on every corner, slots ahoy.
Okay, yeah. That makes
And now the
sense.
boat, I think, falls a little bit into that category. I think they have to compete a little bit. So it seems to me that their RTP, the return to player, is what that's called, Tom, how much the slot machine gives back.
Okay.
I think their RTP is set a little bit higher, but I have no way of knowing that. Now, when I was in Miami, that one casino I went into in Miami, Calder, they had a sign on the wall that said all of our machines are set to 92% RTP. So, like, sometimes you do know it, sometimes you don't.
Okay.
Oh, they can tell you.
They had plaques on the wall, like,
Interesting.
announcing, and 92 is pretty good, by the way. So, shout
I
out to
would
Calder.
like a movie. I would like a movie that we could write a movie. Casino boat goes out, and it sinks. And then 3 ragtag scuba divers come up with a plan to take all the slot machines off the sunken boat.
Okay.
It's me and you and Ross and EJ, and we're down there. We're trying. We're lifting these slot machines.
I'm trying to pull the slot machine. They're bloated bodies. Oh my God!
Don't worry about the bodies. We're just here to get the slot machine.
Oh, there's a guy alive in here.
You can't touch them because they're waterlogged and their arms will fall off. You can't touch them. You start poking them and you start messing with them. It's like jellyfish. The tentacles get everywhere. You can't touch the bodies.
Every time we go out on the boat, and I turn to my wife and I say, I wonder if today's the day pirates will take this boat. Because it's going to happen eventually. Like, you can't just dangle that prize out there that long for pirates and expect them not to take it.
A casino boat.
yeah.
You're right.
Well, they're only 3 miles to go. I mean, it's not that far. I've gone that far in my boat. Anyway.
So wild success, though, you would say.
It was awesome. Everybody had a
Good.
great time. Victory did a great job putting it all together.
Thank you, Victory. That's
Yeah,
really cool. Well done, y'all.
It was really, and we'll definitely do it again. And I think they
And
were
thanks again to Chef Ed for like talking about it,
dude,
plugging it,
facilitating it,
Good job,
getting
buddy.
me bumped up to Ocean Elite level. And I think next time we might even be able to do like a little bit of a price break. They were really happy with how it went.
Cool.
So we'll see.
That's good. That's good.
So I went out to Colorado like I do every year, and we go out skiing. And the problem
You
with
should try taking a plane next time. I better go.
Took them a while to get there. They skied all the way there.
yeah, and there was no snow this year. There was enough to go skiing a couple days, but it was hot as hell. As hot as it is here in up in like the mountains, especially like in Denver. It was hot as hell in Denver. And then I'm like, so we fly into Denver, we go into the mountains, and it's a weird thing too when the snow is really bad. The locals don't like to talk about it, because
Oh, what is it like? Because they feel like it's killing the economy? Is it killing the area?
so,
Don't talk about it. It's kind of like us when our app goes down. Like, we're like, don't talk about it. Our app is down.
Yes. I think
So our snow is our app, and when the app goes down and people are like, hey, Dan, the app's down, I'm like, I know we don't have any snow.
Yeah,
Is that how it
yes, I think it is.
Or if you're like bringing, if you're a pizza server out in Brevard County and like the beach has been full of jellyfish for a month,
Yes.
you probably get tired of talking about jellyfish.
God, dude,
Yeah,
I never
yeah.
thought about that. This is
Yes.
such a good observation that you're bringing up. This is interesting.
Yes.
I've never, you know what that is? I will not, if I go places, like if I go to the springs and the manatees are all dead, I'm not going to say a word about it.
Well, the
I'm just going to keep it to myself.
Well, okay, so
You know what I mean? Like, don't talk about it.
the people that are vacationing and the tourists, they'll talk about it. They're all complaining.
Yeah, but that's what we don't want.
Right.
But the locals don't like because
they've been living it.
Yes, we show up.
They can't get out of it. They're trapped. They're trapped.
Yeah.
They're trapped in a snowless prison. They're trapped in Florida now. They're becoming Florida. Oh, they hate it.
My favorite Pantera album, Snowless Prison. It's so good.
So you have to wax the bottom of your skis and snowboard.
I know what that means. You only have 3 minutes because the boys that need to poop, they'll be banging on the door.
Which I just learned like a couple of years ago, which I never did the first 10 years
You
of
never
skiing.
waxed your snowboard
No.
at all? Oh, my God.
Because I thought it was just a BS that the corporations were telling you, like the big wax.
Big wax.
And then I was like, nah, you just need to do it one time and then that's it. I'm like, I'm only doing it for a week a year, so I never did it. And then one day, someone, I think Jetson was telling me, like, dude, you have to wax your board every year.
Dry your board in.
It's all cracked. and then as soon as I did it the first time, I was like, whoa!
You're like,
going way faster. I was like, before or slow. Anyway. So I take I tried to do it myself too. I'm like YouTube. I'll just YouTube it, buy all the iron.
I'll just use the wax from my ears. Rub it all over there.
And then I watch a YouTube video. It's just like it's like waxing a surfboard. You you have to melt wax onto it, and you have to iron it on. And then once it's all thick on there, then you scrape it all off, and then that's how So I was like, I'll do it myself. And then years ago, I did the whole families. I spent 2 hours in the garage getting wax everywhere. And then it was like, and then the whole family was complaining that it did it wrong. And then Crystal was like, I'm taking them to
You
the
ruined my
shop.
skis.
Yeah, they were complaining.
Why are my skis so waxy?
Yeah.
They stink. My skis stink.
And then it turns out you could just do it for like $30 at the shop. And
But you don't like that. That makes you mad, right?
Yeah. So
But he makes it look easy when he does. He's like,
yeah, but they have a machine. They have a whole machine. It's so easy for them. So I go to the shop the first day, and we don't because they don't promote it online. Because we go to the small Sunlight Mountain.
yeah,
in
it's like a
Glenwood Springs.
homegrown mountain.
It's
man,
it's
homegrown.
I'm just trying to remember, what was your problem with this shop last time? You were trying to rent like a
He always has a
shoe-
problem.
Oh, your latch was broken, and you tried to get them to fix it, but then you old man
he had
yelled at
to-
them and went down the mountain to somewhere else.
Then he got a knife and dug out the toe of his boot because
but-
he's got a 1 size 9 and 1 size 4.
So you walk in and they're like, oh, latch guy is back.
They got Goofy Bigfoot's back.
Remember that guy with the broken latch who never waxed his board? He's back.
I'm just saying. I show up. Everybody's nice, and then they go back and small.
Can we help you, sir?
I'm small talking with the old man that's seemingly the owner or at least a veteran there or something.
Right, right.
I don't know. He's like the old man that owns the ski shop.
He's
or whatever.
commanding some power there. You can feel it.
And I'm like, it's a light. There's not that many people here for spring break ski season. Usually it's packed because people go skiing on spring break. You get off. Anyway, so the guy during the whole time
Did you
of
say
small
that?
talk,
Because you're not supposed to say that.
Probably hard for you to make your mortgage payment with this few people, isn't it?
Wow, it really sucks around here.
No.
huh?
Well, that was the first sign I didn't realize.
We
And then-
came here. We're so disappointed. Ew.
What are you eating, rice and beans with this few people around?
And he's like, and then I did hear on social media that the snow was real bad.
Why do I wax my board when there's no snow? You dumb old man. Did you say that?
No, I didn't know yet. There was the first day we hadn't even gone. I'm
Here's an
waxing it.
idea, old man.
Okay.
Why don't you put the wax out where the snow used to be, and I'll just ride my board down the wax.
And then
So you guys showed up to the haunted theme park, but you haven't heard about the ghost yet.
yes,
Yeah, okay.
And and then the guy, and then the whole conversation of 15 minutes while I wax the boards. I'm like talking to them like, yeah, we're going to Sunlight tomorrow. You know, come here every year with the family from Florida. They hate that, by the way. Colorado people hate Floridians because all the Florida
but
wants
it's coming
to
for you, Colorado. You're becoming us, whether you like it or not.
Yeah.
Where's your snow now?
A bunch of trash people coming.
What was that? Where's your God now, Moses?
Walmart's coming to the mountains.
Yeah.
Anyway, the guy he's like, yeah. He's like, snow has been, off and on this year.
That's the thing about snow.
Yeah. And they're like, get up there, dirt. All dirt. Like there was 2 runs open and get up there and I am on a ski lift over dirt.
Oh, that's dangerous. For somehow that seems more dangerous.
Yeah. And
They're
then
both dangerous.
And then it's hot as hell. Snow's melting. Like rivers are coming down. It's so hot. And anyway, then we went to another mountain. It was kind of slushy. It had more snow. But anyway.
Is it later in the season or like
No. It's the same. We go at the same time every year. It's a horrible snow season and then like unprecedented heat. Then we went over to Moab for 2 days because we realized like this skiing is so
I have
bad.
to do it. It's in the contract.
So, I'll tell you a funny story. So, we're
Injured on the go app?
You know what? That's pretty damn good.
It had to come out.
There's like we go over to the like expensive mountain. They had snow and Snowmass, right? And
What are the prices like on an expensive mountain?
Oh, you don't want to know.
dude, it is
It's disgusting.
It's so expensive
Like golf prices.
that it's not
Expensive.
okay.
Is it?
Like $250 per lift ticket. So that's $500 for 2 adults, and then they're like, "Oh, we'll give a small discount for you got kids."
It's
Kids,
not more than $10.
kids are
Kids are $240. Like what the hell?
I think they're damn near 200 or whatever. Anyway, it's $1,000 day skiing there. It's insane.
How much just to walk up the mountain?
That was
Not allowed. It's guarded. It's guarded.
shoot you.
No, they'll shoot you dead.
And they know you're coming too.
What kind? You get up there
They
and start
can
walking
tell
on the mountain. They're like,
by
"What
your
kind of
clothes."
American are you?" They blow your head off.
Anyway, so I'm there, and then expensive mountains have like gondolas, and then
Don't talk about it. You're not allowed to talk about it. Do you want me to pull that video?
So I'm sweating my ass off in the gondola because it's hot there, like snow's melting, whatever. And then I'm sitting there in the gondola, and it's a long ride. So I just start scrolling.
Don't do that. Doom scrolling. You were dooming.
Yeah. Start doom scrolling TikTok, right? And so I'm there, and then I see this story about a gondola falling down the mountain, right? So I'm looking, no way, that's the AI, right? And
Sure.
then it turns out it wasn't. That in I think Switzerland, a gondola because of high winds broke off and then tumbled down a mountain with a lady inside it. It killed her. And I don't know if there was more than just one.
Yeah, I've got the video. I think
Dude,
it
Ross, look
was
at
like
this.
a 61-year-old lady. Here, I'll pull it up for you.
And then
You can see her.
and
hold
now
on.
you have to question
right there.
everything.
See it tumbling?
So you have to question everything now. Yeah. So
I used to be a gondola guy. In fact, the Skyliner at Disney is one of my favorite rides of all time, and that's just a gondola.
I'm watching this video in a gondola. Now it's nowhere like obviously.
Oh, my God.
This is a high ass Switzerland gondola. They, like
First comment on X, she gondola. And I was like, wow, that's fast.
And then I did because I've been in a lot of gondolas and I have thought the thought has crossed my mind like what if this thing snapped off and I landed on the mountain and then started rolling down violently and all of us inside the gondola were just crashing each other. Like, would you live?
Will they put seatbelts in a gondola? Would you live if you had a seatbelt in the gondola and a better seat, something that had some impact in it? And you landed, because they try to trick you on these slingshots too. They put that round cage around you. And they act as if both rubber bands, if they snapped and you were coming back down to earth, that cage would protect you. But I'm here to tell you, if you think your T words were knocked out of your tube top before, they're really going to be knocked out when you hit the ground.
I did another doom scroll too when I was.
Why are you doing this? That's my job. I'm the doom.
Because I get curious about I now ask my phone every question. Usually is because and that.
Are you asking ChatGPT, Siri? What are you using?
I'm asking TikTok. TikTok will show me mini documentaries about my question.
Sure.
And then, but I asked my phone. I was sitting up on the arches where I guess a delicate arch in Moab, right? like you have to hike up, and it's like a beautiful giant arch, and it's like popular, whatever. And what's cool about Moab, and I like going there so much, is there's no signs. There's like keep off, be careful, like like things painted yellow to keep you from walking off a ledge. Like it's there, and it's like, hey, don't fall off. If you fall off, you will die. Do not fall. But there's no sign saying keep off or don't go here or drop or whatever. It's just like, here it is. Like, just be careful. And I like that. But then I think to myself, because everybody's just walking around, people are tripping a little bit. And then would you guys bring swimmer ass? Everybody's not in the proper hiking. I'm wearing Hoka's, like running shoes, and so
bunch of people just looking all comfy out there.
Where are your tactical sweatpants?
There's we're not Alex Honnold here. It's just a bunch of tourists. There's no really instructions.
A lot of jumbo metal water jugs, backpacks, and mom's got buddy fruits in there.
And those heavy ass water jugs throw your balance off. Like
we don't need that much water, you idiots. I don't carry water anywhere. I don't even drink water anymore. I gave it up. After this hip transplant, as I call it, I'm just sticking with it. I don't drink water anymore. Mountain Dew only. And Sunkist. If I need hydration, I drink Sunkist.
You bitches have been throwing down those little do not eat packets, desiccant, just eating.
Oh, yeah, all of them. I don't even care anymore. Hydration is a myth.
And then I looked up, I was like, on the top, while I'm sitting there looking at the arch, I'm looking at my phone, and I'm like, have someone fallen off of Delicate Arch and died, right? And I looked up, and then
here's a video of a gondola falling down Delicate Arch.
And then in 2019, only like a few years ago. God, it was
pre-COVID though.
You know what? It was 7 years ago. My
almost
God, it doesn't seem like
I may only have 7 years left. I don't know.
2019 does not seem 7 years ago. Anyway, a husband and wife fell off, died.
Oh, you gotta let her fall.
And I guess she fell, and he jumped after her.
No, you don't jump after.
And then the son, who's like 40, he jumped after her,
and
God. He lived.
They all jumped after each other,
and it was
the dumbest family ever.
It wasn't a cliff scenario. It was more like a extremely
slope.
It was like sandpaper rock that
I can handle sandpaper rock.
You're tumbling down, I guess, and they probably hit their heads or whatever. But anyway, it does happen. And I looked at that while I'm sitting.
The gondola thing. Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
The old lady in the gondola. I am just stupid enough to believe that with my body geometry being as small as I am, that as that thing falls, I'm going to be okay. That's how dumb I am.
I don't even understand how it happens, because it's fused to the actual giant steel cable. So it must have broke, the actual arm of it must have broke off.
It would have been an undetected structural crack within that arm.
Yeah, and then it just
snapped off.
Yeah. Like
so sad.
Crazy anomaly that never would, never happen.
Or just some repetitive stress thing that finally gave.
Yeah.
But the problem, and you can see it in the video, if you get a copy of the video, that it's kind of hard to see here. But if you get a copy of the video, you can even see before the video starts, there's nothing but high winds at the top. Oh. And it's like, well, why was this thing even running? There is a reason why, when there's lightning here, we turn off the Hulk coaster. There's just best practices for everything. If you do that, most things are incredibly safe.
But I guess it's like those high winds sometimes come out of nowhere. Like I've been on a ski lift, and then it's been it blows you to the point where it's all the lifts are up and down probably 8 feet or something. Like you're bouncing. And you're like, this came out of nowhere, And even I saw some story about.
Look down. There's only rocks down. There's no snow.
Speaking of Colorado, Red Rocks, they had a crazy hailstorm. Did you guys see that?
No.
And then people they're suing, I guess Red Rocks, because they went ahead with the concert, even though I guess maybe some people thought the storm cell was coming in.
Who was the concert?
It was some jam band, I think. It wasn't.
Oh, yeah. And those people will write emails. Jam band people, they are class action ready.
Look it up.
I'm serious.
Look up Hailstorm and Red Rocks.
If there's a group of people that are ready to they will mass patchouli together, and they will bring your business down.
All their dads are lawyers.
Yeah. They've been touring for life.
Listen, nobody was killed. People were hurt by there was some golf ball.
Yeah, get out of the hail, you idiots.
Well, there were people that were too big to
Not my fault.
like
Not my fault.
to escape like in any sort of
Too big for hail?
no, like too big to run away, and they just laid and tried to like lay in between.
Just put a cardboard box on me. Leave me. You got to run to safety. Leave me.
There's video. You can look this up. There's videos.
There's video of big people being killed by hail.
There's nothing. No, they're just being pelted and they're laying there.
And they're too big to get out of the hail. This is funny.
They're just laying
I'm
there.
sorry, that's funny. I'm gonna call it. I'm calling it like I see it. That's very funny.
And
Listen.
and I don't
Too
even know
big for hail.
they can't because the seats at Red Rocks are just flat like stadium seating. They're carved out of the stone or whatever, like or whatever. They're just flat. And there's no getting underneath them, I think. So
Well, those people are gonna get underneath them anyway.
they're just laying there in the aisles pelted.
You gotta have staff to help those people out.
Hail is coming. Like,
Hell is coming.
yeah, and they're just laying there flat. And I'm like, oh, you're laying flat is the worst.
It sounds like you're drumming on a pillow.
Like you need to stand like a pencil. Like you're flat. You're getting
Yeah, don't lay flat. You're collecting hail.
Your whole body is being pelted.
Yeah, stand up.
Yeah, you need to stand up. Put your hands like you're diving.
Yeah, you gotta walk like an Egyptian. Put your hands up like you're walking like an Egyptian.
Make the surface area as small as possible, right?
You're gonna break your fingers like crazy.
No. The point. No hail can hit the point of your hands. It's too tiny.
But they're laying down flat and they're
Yeah.
opening
do
up
they
the
lay on?
surface.
They leave their face up or
No,
face
face
down?
down.
Face down.
Yeah,
She's
but
just pelting their fat ass.
Oh, they're back.
I get caught in a hailstorm right now. I pull these Gerbo pants right up above my head, tie the cinch.
Yeah, like a Navy soldier.
I'm safe.
Yeah.
Advantage comfy.
Just like a Navy man. He'd like get the air in the bottom of his big Navy pants,
cinch it up above top of my
cinch
head.
it up, and you live to see another day.
All right, let's take a break.
Where do I find this video again? You're telling me?
Just look up hail at Red Rocks, and it's all over.
And nobody tried to help those people? Nobody like got like an umbrella or like a sheet of metal and ran out there to try to get them to safety?
It only
It was
happened.
really that bad. It was so bad they had to lay down and take the hail.
The hail only happens for like 20 seconds straight. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever been in a hailstorm, like it only goes down for 20 seconds at the most.
I've never seen it even that long.
Yeah, and like it's usually
usually
like
just a
10
wave. It's just
waves of So I don't know. And everybody just started running, and then some people laid down and just got belted. And now they're sitting.
And what jam band? See, all the while I was like, dun, up and down the puppy's hair, fleas and ticks jump everywhere. That's my Dave Matthews.
And then they're suing. This is kind of an old man take on it. The people are like, I'm suing because the venue should have seen the storm coming and told us to get out of the way. And I'm like, well, you can see it coming. Everybody has a
But
phone.
normally they do.
No, I'm saying
Like I did that for Orlando City. Remember when we were working in ops for Orlando City? When
there's a lightning.
Yeah, if there's like 50 miles away, they're like, "Hey, go to the supporter group and tell them they got to go back inside." And we go like, "Hey, you guys got to go inside."
But I don't think this had lightning in it. It's like it was like a winter type of the fact that it was hailing is probably because it was so hot.
Then you weren't in any danger. It's a little bit of hail.
Well, they got pelted good. Usually the whole bodies are like they got in a paintball like
Oh, is it-
jackass.
they got
It's
photos?
like when Chris Pontius stands there and gets shot with a million paintballs.
Put a diaper on. Chase after Wee Man.
But it's like everybody has a phone. You can see the storm coming too. I guess once you
Right,
start
but
the
if
concert.
you got a ticket to see Fish, you're like, you know what? Is the venue still open? And you figure if the venue's staying open, it's probably safe.
Yeah, and it. I guess no one died, but they got pelted good.
Oh, I'm glad no one died, and I'm sorry people got hurt.
So let's take a break. When we come back, I want to hear what Daniel did over the break. I know you got a new TV.
I did.
What?
I want to
I
hear.
think I might be a movie guy now.
And then we'll talk about the Fanatics flag football.
I have that, yeah.
Because that was all over my social media. And then I dug a little bit into it, and it's like a bizarre, Saudi Arabia's involved.
You asked TikTok about it? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I also lost my...
Well, they're telling you everything. I need to know.
All right, you want to take a break?
Yeah.
We will be right back.
Welcome back to A Corporate Time. So MegaCon was this past weekend, correct, Ross?
Yeah, I think it was all
Yeah,
weekend.
it was this past weekend. It was actually here in Orlando. We are, I was going to say slowly becoming, but I don't even think that's the case. I think we have quickly become one of the more heralded megacons.
I think so.
I think we're up there. Like, okay, Orlando is interesting.
Vegas is the biggest one, right?
No, I think Comic-Con in
LA.
LA
Oh,
Yeah.
is like
Comic-Con,
the like kind of original and biggest.
Yeah, LA will be your big dog, but I think just like our Fringe Festival being like one of the biggest and most popular.
Dragon Con in Atlanta.
Yep, that's a huge one. I think we're there. I think MegaCon Orlando is like kind of gotten to a point where
It's definitely in like the top 5, if nothing else. It's
yeah.
up there.
Ryan in our chat room saying San Diego Comic-Con would be the big dog. Agreed. You can't really touch that one. That's kind of where I think that's considered the epicenter of that sort of thing. But our MegaCon, very, very big. This made the rounds on all of my like sort of algorithms, and I'll put this up for people to see. But it's a 46-second clip of John Cena from WWE, who just recently retired. He gave up, I guess he got beat by Gunther, which I thought was a terrible match. I thought it was I didn't like the way he went out. But this is him doing a panel here in Orlando. He's up on stage. He's got his mic, and he's standing up there.
And presumably as like what's the comic book character he does?
Peacemaker?
Peacemaker. Like that's probably why he's at Comic-Con,
I think there's a little bit of that, but also the WWE, I think, because he's such a huge like cultural icon. I mean, like he's one of the most known people in the world, is he not?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
I was going to say I could see that, but it plays right into his hands.
I like that. So here, so he's up on stage and he's talking to a guy that's obviously having some health problems and is going through it. And I'll pick you up right there. Here's John Cena at Orlando MegaCon.
I'm going through cancer, stage 4.
Okay.
And I just had a spinal fusion.
Okay.
And then I had a brain tumor.
Okay.
And you were the one to make me fight.
Okay.
And next week I just found out I need more surgery.
Okay.
I wanted to know if I could hug you or see you.
Absolutely.
So then he hugs him.
Oh my God, he hugs him. I can't watch this without getting. It gets me so.
What are you
bad.
crying
it's
about,
like
baby?
I know, I am a baby. Oh man, it gets me so. I've watched this every time I watch this. I get goosebumps on my arms, and it like literally, I can't.
Also, ask him for money or something. He's rich. You need the money for treatment.
Oh, this one got me, man. This one got me so bad. I think because it's another grown ass man, and how John Cena is just like absolutely and just goes right down to do it. I'm just like, oh my God.
But man, it would have been funny if he's like, no.
I'm a little bit nervous about germs right now.
Any other reaction would have been comical. That's all I'm saying.
It'd be interesting to talk to him, and I don't know if you'd ever get the real answer, because he'd be interested to crawl in that man's brain and see, like, when do you not want to do this? When do you want to, jokes aside, because I love the joke of him saying, but there's got to be a part of his brain that he's got to be tired of seeing so much bad stuff. You can't internalize
because you know how
all
many
the kids
Make-A-Wish
in the hospital. Oh, thousands of Make-A-Wish
I
kids.
think he holds some sort of record for most
Yes.
Make-A-Wish visits.
And he's still doing it. It's not like he beat the record and was like, that's it.
Yeah.
It's like he's doing, I think almost his lifeblood that now is just making people's wishes and going around and meeting people that have cancer and need encouragement. And that's got to weigh
Kids,
so
hospitals and stuff.
heavy on your soul, right?
But don't you think that, like, because you know how it feels to make like somebody smile, like somebody dying of cancer, like a kid dying of blood cancer, if you can make them smile, that's got to feel pretty good, right? I mean, that's why he does it.
It's true,
Easy,
but
audience.
also draining, emotionally draining, though, right? It's like,
Yeah, that's what I mean.
you know, like if you're a firefighter or work in a hospital or whatever, and like maybe you just compartmentalize it after a while, and then it's just like because the nurses and firefighters and cops and anybody that works in hospitals, like they do it, and it's not like they're all mentally ill after a while. Like some
Have you
are.
ever met a firefighter?
Like you just get used to seeing horrible things, and then you just compartmentalize it, and I guess that's what he does. But he sees more tragedy than the average firefighter, just because of his, the amount of Make-A-Wish stuff.
Well,
and
he signs up for it, right? Like,
Yeah,
so no
sure.
offense to a firefighter, but you get a call and it's random. It's a dice roll. He's actively having his handlers go to him and say, like, okay, Tuesday, you have to go to Nemours, and there are 35 kids that are terminal, and you're going to go there and do the whole, you can't see me, We need full Cena outfits, and you're going to stay there for hours signing and visiting, and he does it.
Yeah,
and I think that's pretty freaking amazing. It's
and no matter
unbelievable.
what mood you are in as a human being, because
it doesn't matter.
You're going through your own stuff. Like, you got to be on, you got to be happy and encouraging, and you got to be like strong for these people. You know what I'm saying? Like that's.
And he seems to do it with no problem whatsoever. So I guess my bigger question would be: will we ever find out? Has anybody ever talked to him about that? Because I don't know if you'd ever get the real answer from him. You'd have to crawl in his brain to get him to say like, "Yes, it is tiring. Yes, it does."
You'd have to be his wife or something.
Yeah.
Like someone amongst his family. I'm sure he's complained about it. He's like, I never say this out loud to anybody.
Yeah,
but
his therapist maybe.
I'd have to be his wife. Have you read my diary?
A lot of people don't know that. Should we start introducing you as the Orlando Talk Show with Ross McCoy, local comedian, and John Cena's wife?
Mrs. Cena.
So with MegaCon here,
and the other possibility is that he's a terrible person and he loves seeing people slowly die. Those are the only. He's either,
Hold on.
He's either a living saint.
What if it's the fuel to keep him going, and we just never see how much he like? What if he goes into the room and the kid's terminal, and just like before he even says anything to them, they're asleep. He's just hovering over them like,
Those are the two options.
I got cancer power from this man's hugs.
Yeah.
So MegaCon, how much money does MegaCon make?
Also very brave to name your business MEGACON. Right? That's a brave naming.
So it's gigantic, and like Ross said, your son was out there. It takes up it's the biggest convention we have in town, correct?
That I've seen. Yeah, I went last year, and it like most of your coin show takes over a room.
Yeah.
I told you guys I saw the Mary Kay setup one time. Took over probably their biggest room. It's a giant setup. But MegaCon takes over all the rooms and is in the hallways and stuff too. It takes over the whole convention center. It's wild.
And so
numbers from the chat room, economic impact in Orlando, 1 week in MegaCon. What's the number?
Well, it's
what they're reporting, so we can say it.
Because they're like each tourist that it brings represents X amount of money.
Yeah.
So what
Ubers and food, $500 million.
Damn.
Ooh. Yeah,
so,
$500 million is MegaCon Orlando brings $500 million of tourism adjacent money to our city.
So
Jesus Christ.
They make their money obviously ticket sales, and then they actually charge people money for booths.
Well, like our buddy
vendors.
Jeff,
vendors,
comedian, blanking on his last name now. Jeff that makes the sculptures.
Yeah.
He pays, and he goes out there and like now that he's a sculptor, he goes out there like. He's there every year.
Yeah.
In fact, he just announced that I'll be back next year, so he's already paid his money for the next year.
And Pabone has gone out there, and then
our tattoo buddies of ours that are artists, like Derek and Earl and Steve and other people from the East have been out there.
So you get that money, but you also get the advertising. I'm sure there's sponsors that pay to get their brand out amongst that many people. Just like any event, sponsors will pay to have their brands and logos are so those. But what are they making?
Well, they use a lot of these events too to
$50 million.
What, the people that do it?
No, I'm like MegaCon itself as a business. Like,
well, think about it this
weekend.
too. Okay, big movie companies will go to the cons and say, "We want to do a panel." This is where it gets really big money.
To promote our new thing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
what if Paramount Plus comes and says, hey, we got this new sci-fi show. We don't know how it's going to do, but it's got big actors in it.
But, yeah.
It's got Idris Elba in it, so he's going to be there on a panel, like whatever. Like it's got that guy that's in all the Star Wars movies. What's that guy? Juan Carlo? Whatever. The Spanish-looking guy that plays the best evil Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
That guy. He's going to be on the panel, and they are, I think they're paying MegaCon for that access.
And there's also beverage, food and beverage deals, and all tons of behind the scenes money being made some way.
When I went last year, it was there's this group called the Geeks of Comedy, and they do kind of geeky comedy shows here and there. And we did a roast of Batman, right?
Yeah,
and a lot of fun. It was awesome. But the door to our venue, the hallway, I don't know, like the half-mile hallway that the door came off of was entirely full of 4x4 booths of people who draw or letter or do something on a manga, just some dumb sports manga out of Japan that you've never heard of. There's a guy in a booth, and there's a line a mile long for people to sign, and there's just hundreds of these booths. So like you got like William Shatner over there signing, but you also got the guy who drew Basketball Academy in Japan signing his books and stuff too. Just tons of like access to nerds that you would never see anywhere else.
How many actual people go to MegaCon
Oh, I
each
have
year?
to get you a number on that.
Or like over the weekend? Is it?
When I went, it was wall to wall. You had to like elbow your way through people wherever you were in the convention center. It was just wall to wall people.
I heard it's pretty massive. I mean,
Like 20,000 plus?
Oh, more than that.
Yeah. Like 80,000. I mean, what?
you're way low. 200,000?
200,000.
Yeah.
To get like it's the convention center, right? They're obviously prepared for a crowd.
No
and
less than 160,000 people they've ever had.
Okay.
They've never had less than 160,000
They have like a lot of bathrooms, you would imagine, right? I had to wait like 20 minutes to get into a stall to change my dumb Superman costume at MegaCon last year because there's that many people.
I'm
That's
surprised
crazy.
you don't cosplay. With as much as you like fitness and your Superman hair, you would be a dead ringer Superman, and your boys would like it. You could wear the suit and kind of puff your chest out, and you could go there, and girls would grab your package, and like,
I
they
like
love
that,
it.
man.
They
I
love
like
it.
the
They'll
package.
sexually harass you.
Yeah. Does that happen?
Oh, yeah. At the cons? Oh, my God. They have to ask people not to do it. Those nerds are horny. They all dress up. Now, you can't be inappropriate, and consent, obviously, is the you need that. But those nerds, they dress. Why do you think they dress up? They're not dressing up because they just like to dress up. I think they dress up because they're horny.
I'm more of a Houston rodeo type of man.
Okay.
Have you heard about that? No. It might be because out west. Because you didn't hear that.
Are you a cowboy man now?
The Houston rodeo had this huge controversy because there was fights out there, and then they had to make a clothing ban because people were dressed inappropriate.
So you had to come to the rodeo naked?
No, they're wearing booty shorts and stuff, and like their ass cheeks were hanging out.
Well, that's the thing. We're pushing the limits now.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
canceled. You saw they canceled Magic City Night, Atlanta Hawks.
Yeah.
We're supposed to celebrate Magic City Strip Club in Atlanta by playing the Orlando Magic, but they canceled. They called it off at the last minute. It's almost like we're on the cusp of almost getting the spicy stuff we want, but we can't do it.
Now, when I went, there were like a lot of your lady cosplayers that you would maybe call quote unquote thirst trap. Like they're obviously dressed to show off their assets. But I was startled. There was a lot of dude cosplayers who were doing the exact same thing. There were a lot of dude cosplayers that like you could see outlines of things that you shouldn't be able to see in public and stuff. Like just absolute.
There is an element of fan service to even some of the people that are coming and cosplaying. And
you could tell that a lot of these people actually were like people who maybe in their real lives might dress a little more comfy and try to avoid attention. And this is like this is their day to like do it,
So
and there is something to like because I'm walking around like dressed as Superman, and there's a little thing where you see like another Superman, and you're like, how's his costume compared to mine? And then you like kind of judge each other as you walk up, and then there's a little Superman to Superman head nod, like, hey, what's up, Superman?
So what's odd?
our buddy Ghost from a New Bull, he was out there head to toe in his very uncomfortable but highly accurate Batman costume. He said. How long did you put in? I want to know how long you're out there, Ryan.
So other people talk about these megacons because like the narrative is like, oh, look at a bunch of people dressing up and hanging out with each other. Although we do that for Halloween each year. And
we do it for sports franchises. We just wear the jersey. We wear a jersey and we put on our lucky socks. Same thing.
It's no different than Halloween, which a bunch of adults participate in. Like you walk down the street, all the kids are trick-or-treating, the adults are dressed up, and those same
Halloween's
people.
for kids. This is for adults.
But I feel like those same people are being like, what a bunch of nerds dressing up around each other. And it's like, you do it every for Halloween, and you have fun doing it for Halloween. So it's just like another Halloween.
I'll be honest with you. I am jealous of if you're a dad, and that's why I'm offering this to you. I mean, I got a ways to go before I can do this. But with my hips repaired, who knows? But the idea of you wearing a Superman costume, not looking like a slob, you look good, you got muscles, and there's something, if you are a dad and you can go to a con and use your muscles to fit into your costume, it's not a bad thing. I look at you and I go, that's a cool dude. I give you a dad-to-dad high five. Well done.
You're going a little far with that's a cool dude.
It's a cool dude.
That's not a cool dude.
That's a cool dude. It's cooler than a fat guy being pelted by hail. Right? If you can't run from hail, that's not cool.
Right.
If you're an abs dad and you're dressed like Superman, that's pretty cool.
Mr. Khan, he's cool because he's rich.
Well, it's one guy. Somebody in the chat room said it's one guy that owns like a majority of these that kind of, it's almost like the circus.
Really?
It's like they have multiple.
There's a con ringling?
Yeah, kind of like or not like a ringling, but and not like a circuit, but he owns the IP and he runs it in certain cities, and they can kind of like do it that way, so they can have multiple and make a ton of money. Fan Expo is the name of the company that Ryan says in the chat room.
So another two things I wanted to talk about. One is that Chuck Norris died. I know that happened.
People mad. Oh, everybody mad. I didn't know he was MAGA. Like that was what all of my timeline.
Oh, really?
And surprisingly, a lot of black people. Like on Twitter, on my Twitter, it was all black people.
What do you think he was?
I know. He wore a cowboy hat and had a beard.
You think he's massaging Joe Biden with that? You just kicking.
But people, a lot of black people on my X were like, I didn't know that he's a conservative POS. Like they were just fighting. They're mad.
So,
a lot of Bowflex.
See, people are confused because Walker, Texas Ranger, was super liberal, but that was just the role he played,
So
the AIDS clip being shared multitude times.
The one thing that I thought is once I saw Chuck Norris rushed to the hospital over a
medical episode.
And
those are never good.
And then it's he's dead, so the medical episode killed him, right? And I looked at
you
that.
You don't know that? Could have been something else on the way.
And Ghost of Bruce Lee.
So I looked at that, and then they're like, oh, Chuck Norris died over the medical episode. And I was like, don't we as a society, right? And if you're Chuck Norris's family and then the hospital staff in Hawaii or whatever, like...
Oh, you got to give him one more.
No, don't you know what... Can you just all get together, like, let's say he died... falling down a waterfall or something cooler than medical. Like, let's say he.
What if you make it a tall tale? What if you say he didn't die? What if you say he just decided to leave?
Or
because you guys are too weak for him.
After all the jokes over the past 20 years,
I see what you're saying.
Don't you just say like he died rock climbing? He died. He fell off a waterfall. He was practicing. Karate on top of water.
He was going to do a movie comeback.
Yeah. He was like he was zipline something better than medical episode.
Yeah,
like why?
Which he crapped his pants at Carrabba's and died. Yeah, because he's sitting at Carrabba's.
Because he's just a normal old man.
And they're like, "Where do you want to go, Chuck?" And he's like, "I don't know. I'm only in town for a little." Other than Carrabba's, and goes over to Carrabba's. He's sitting there. He's like, "I'll get the pick too with a bowl of soup." He craps his pants.
Of course, because he's just a normal old man. But we went through all this over 20 years. The Chuck Norris jokes.
Yeah, and he died eating a pick too at Carrabba's. He crapped his pants. Died.
He just died like every other old man. But
and they're like, "What did we put?"
But
they're like, "Put medical episode."
You have to just, as a family, like everybody has to be like, "Oh man, like he's just a normal old man." But the world, let's say he died in a cooler way, in some Chuck Norris way, just to appease the world because he touched all of us with the jokes.
Oh, there are people very, very sad.
And so it's like, and then over how tough he was, and the beard, and the fist, and the beard, and the whole like the beginning of the internet.
Chuck Norris died today at 84, assassinated in the jungle by a ninja.
Yes, there you go.
Yes,
that's a man that knows.
Yeah,
those sweatpants make you a man that knows how to treat Chuck Norris like a goddamn national treasure.
Yeah. And then he fought him off with nunchucks.
He saved the baby, but
okay, hold on. SJ has it. Here's what you're looking for. SJ has it. He says, "We know the truth. We know the truth. The Grim Reaper died, and Chuck Norris went to replace him. We want something like that."
And I understand the hospital has protocol and there's legalities and stuff, but can't you just all like, hey, this human being had so many jokes that around the world that we all heard for so long about how tough he is, and then how he couldn't be killed, and how like everybody was afraid, like,
and how old was he? 91?
86.
86?
Yeah, and then it's like,
it's the new 91.
Don't just say medical episode. Like,
I don't like medical episode.
Like, just say anything.
Anything that has episode on the bottom of it makes me think you crapped your pants.
He died say he was working out in the morning, and then like anything. But
Would you accept past peacefully during an ayahuasca trip?
No. That's what hippies do.
All right.
He needs to die fighting.
What about
he needs to die doing
he
something?
died making a MAGA sign with a giant marker. The fumes got to him. He passed out.
Chuck Norris died today at 86, the victim of a 50-year death punch by Bruce Lee.
Ooh, 50 years death punch. I like that.
He hit him 50 years ago, and it slowly worked its way.
It's time release.
That's something.
It was a slow release punch.
Yeah.
And then the second thing I wanted to talk about is this flag football tournament that they had, right? So, Ross, this probably wasn't in your algorithm because you're not a sports guy.
No, if slot machines weren't involved, yeah.
So
That's a sport.
So here's the back. So I watched the clips just like probably everybody did, where you saw clips of Tom Brady throwing a pass to Diggs in the corner of the end zone. He juke passed.
This is a flag football game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Logan Paul was there for some reason.
It was supposed to. Well, I mean, you're going to get to that, but it was.
This actually happened and wasn't a fever dream that you had.
No.
No, this
This
is
actually-
real.
okay,
It was
'cause
called Fanatics Flag Football Classic. It was backed by Michael Rubin of Fanatics.
Yeah.
It was a mix of NFL stars, think like Brady and Burrow, celebrities, Logan Paul, etc., and actual Team USA flag players.
Oh, there were big NFL stars like Joe Burrow,
I got 'em.
Jalen Hurts was there, Stephon Diggs. and-
Brady, Jalen Hurts, Gronkowski, Diggs, Kamara,
Yeah.
Genty, Miller, Smith. Then you had
These are
DeMar
like-
Hamlin was there. Although, you know.
So this is a
he didn't
rock
have
and
the
jock
heart.
scenario.
Yes, so the and I missed that this was happening. So I wish I would have bet on it because they basically there was two different teams made up of NFL players, right? And then Logan Paul, and then they were playing the U.S. national flag football team.
Yeah.
Team
Breaking
USA.
news.
Yeah.
We have a national flag football team.
Yeah, well, it's
it's
in the
gonna be-
Olympics this year, so they're
Is
making that's
it?
what this whole thing is
In
sort of about.
Interesting.
In 2028,
Okay.
flag football is going to be in the Olympics, right?
Okay.
And this is all kind of to promote that. And then, so they got killed. Like the NFL players got killed by the USA team, the flag football team, right?
Because they're used to knocking giant hunks of meat
a
to the
different
ground
game.
and
Yes.
not reaching out and grabbing a little flag
Yes.
with their giant meat paws.
Yes, they were. It looked like grown adults playing kids, like a high school team, because the flag football players are small because that's what flag football needs.
Yeah.
And
Elusiveness.
Yeah, tiny. You want less surface area for
Yeah.
a flag to hang off of.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just science.
And
Guess what? The elephant can't catch the mouse and tear a little flag off of
Yeah,
them.
yes. The NFL players are gigantic, and their legs are like Saquon Barkley, and like people are on like confused.
I mean, he's fast in football. He's slow in flag football.
Yeah, because he needs to get hit by other giants and you get past
He has
them.
to get some momentum.
Yeah. So Saquon Barkley has to have big tree trunk legs to get past being tackled full speed by other giants, and like that's why he's so good. Like the flag, so they had no chance against these flag football team, and people are like, and I don't know if you could bet on it, but it would have been a great thing to bet on because
Oh, you could have
made money.
Kalshi did, I bet. I bet it was on Kalshi.
And because most people think like, oh, the NFL players will kill these flag football
Obviously.
players. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like it's a completely different sport they're playing.
And
Well,
they put Logan Paul with the NFL players?
Yes, they did, and
Well,
that,
you
that
told
was
me
for marketing.
You told me something I didn't know, and this sort of changes it. And I want Ross's opinion on this. This was originally supposed to be in Riyadh.
Oh.
Okay, so
And they can't do it
And then-
because obviously it's
and
all
then the-
popping off over
the
there.
Comedy Fest happened and all the negative press, so they
No,
they
no,
just
no,
go-
that had nothing to do with
They
it.
didn't even care about that.
No, there is no
Okay.
negative press when it comes to Riyadh. I mean, look at Bill Burr. He's happier than ever. He's selling out. But it was supposed to be this thing. They've had this thing going for about the last 2 years, I think, called Riyadh Season, where it's the Saudi government pumping tons of money into making, like, they want to compete with everybody
Tourism.
else, and they
Yeah.
want the Olympics, and they want
Right.
World Cup, and they want to be like the U.S.
WWE.
They want, they're getting
WrestleMania.
it, and they're
Mhm,
getting it. So
absolutely.
they're getting your Brady's and Logan Pauls, and
Sure.
And so, and it was supposed to be held over there, but and then they pivoted and it did it in L.A. because of this. But
less
originally,
missiles.
so the other interesting part of this is that they like, I guess the Fanatics League is somehow partners with the Saudis, and then like that's how the whole thing happened.
I heard it was the Saudis and the Philly Fanatic, both kind of equal co.
So, and whatever
He's the
everybody
best
wants to think
baseball
about
guy.
that is their business. But the interesting part to me is, So they had a meeting with Tom Brady at one point in time, and they're like, "Hey, Tom, we want you to be involved in this."
Tom, for real, you couldn't just like put up with what Giselle wanted? Like, dude, come on.
She had another baby, by the way. 45 years old.
Stop having
with
babies,
a karate
lady.
guy.
My God. Karate babies are fun, though. If you're ever going to have a baby, make it a karate baby.
So
Chuck Norris
Beautiful.
leaves. Giselle's karate baby enters the world. Perfect balance.
What if Giselle's karate baby becomes the most beautiful and effective karate baby ever born?
So Tom Brady is pretty popular. He's a beloved sports star in the United States
He is.
and worldwide.
He's also
right?
hated. He's infamous.
He's hated by some people,
Because
but
he's so good.
But for the most part, his public image is, I think, more liked than hated.
He's affable.
Yeah, and he's
Known. I think you can leave it at known.
He's, I would say, probably the most famous, relevant sports star, or one of the most famous that we have right now.
I think he's the guy. I
you
don't know if I can argue with that.
I'd put
If
him
you're
up
just
with
throwing-
Michael Jordan.
Oh yeah.
At this point.
Oh yeah. Like,
so,
he's the guy that if you go to anybody living, my daughter, from the age of 5 up, I think you can almost go like, "Who's Tom Brady?" The quarterback.
So, and he's already rich, right? He owns a portion of the Raiders. He's got unlimited money on today's standards. He's insanely rich. Has as much. So, like, he doesn't really need the money.
Do you know what he's worth?
500 million.
It's taking its time. 350.
Okay. So he's already worth 350 million. So they went to him and hey Tom, we want you to be like the spokesperson and be like the head promoter of this flag football tournament that we're gonna do, and we're gonna do it in Saudi Arabia. And when you announce it, you're gonna have to stand next to some sort of Saudi prince, or I think he's the head of marketing of Saudi Arabia.
Turkai Al-Akashi.
Yeah, Turkai, and then you're gonna have to say,
He's Saudi Arabia's General Entertainment Authority.
And you're gonna have to stand next to him, and he's gonna be in the whole garb, right? And I'll be
What, like a football
no,
uniform? Oh.
like Saudi Arabian.
And I'm not talking flat brim hat. You know what they wear.
So no,
He's gonna be the full thing.
Yeah.
Tom, he's gonna be the full
yes,
thing.
yeah, he's not gonna be wearing a suit. It's gonna
Yeah.
be the whole Saudi.
He's not gonna look like Shad Khan. He's gonna look way more authentic.
And you're gonna have to say you're excited to announce this, and you're gonna have to call him your excellency.
And then you gotta get on a camel, and you gotta slap its ass,
No.
and you gotta ride out fast.
Because this happened, by the way, because I started looking up. I'm like, when did they announce this? And then there was a point in last year that Tom Brady was like, I would like to thank His Excellency, Turkey Shakir.
Well, now you're just being insulting. His name is Turkai.
We're having turkey shakir for lunch.
My point is that they explained this to him, and they're like, how much will it take? And there's an answer, because he did it, and we know how much they paid him, right? How much do you think it is, Ross?
I know, so I'm trying not to make any facial expressions.
because-
I'm trying to take all facial expressions.
$15 million.
75 million.
Would you have gone there? Like you were pretty
That's
quick
a
with 15.
lot.
Did you think you were going high on 15?
Yeah, I thought I was pretty high.
Because when Tom told me
75 million.
when TC told me $75 million, it blew me out of my seat for what, like not even an afternoon.
Well, that was the part of playing, like in like him being involved, and the backlash.
It's not a lot of work though.
Like the backlash he got, obviously, for partnering with the Saudis, and he knows that his people know.
I got the clip.
And,
Tom Brady here. I'm very excited to unretire and come back and play in another incredible flag football game in Riyadh, March 21st, 2026 for Riyadh season. I'm here with my partner and friend, His Excellency.
We are very happy to have you here.
Yes, I'm very happy. And then Tom's like, "Yep, what he said. Give me that 75.
Yeah.
Give me that sweet 75 mil. This is my new best friend, this little guy right here."
And then I just love when we actually,
my God.
because we all throw out hypothetical situations all the time. Like, what would you do? Would you hammer mouth a dude for $5
I'd stand
million?
with a guy in a turban for $75 million. That all I gotta do is stand
Yeah.
and be like, "This is my new best friend."
Well,
Turkai.
everybody would.
Hey,
You
this
also have
is
to play.
Turkai.
You also have to play flag football with Logan Paul.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want to be around
That's
it.
the real cost.
That's harder than standing next to the turban
You're
guy.
right.
Sure.
And pretend like it's some sort of beef because that's what they were doing too.
That
like,
it matters. at
Oh,
all.
Logan's still doing it.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
doubling
yeah,
down.
yeah.
And
Well,
talking
he's
about,
radio. Like Tom Brady, after he's like, hey, he did hard work. He's a sports guy.
Yeah.
you know,
Like,
I'm radio, and you know what I've realized over the break? I hate radio.
well,
Hate
it's
it.
cheesy, and you see.
God.
But and then I was like, how much did they have to pay or offer? Now, who knows if they actually had to pay because it never was, and it didn't end up. So some sort of thing happened. But all the other players, like, we're not talking about like random second stringers. Like, these guys are stars of the NFL,
best of the best.
Like, and their agents start hearing what Tom Brady's being paid. Like, they have to get paid millions. So like. The Saudis must have put hundreds of millions into this, right? And
Where
then
were they getting money from?
it's unlimited. And then you start thinking, you're like, oh my God, this is what happens when there's like a portion of the world that has unlimited money underneath them, and now here's the thing, it will run out. Like, it's a resource that there is an end to it, but these people's lives, like maybe even their sons' lives, like the oil, maybe 5 generations before it runs out or whatever.
I like that you left daughters out of there. No, it's culturally, it's correct.
But they have unlimited money, and it's fascinating to me to see what a country with unlimited money will do for promotion. You pay Tom Brady $75 million to play a flag football game. That's an insane amount of money.
The only other thing I can find for you as a detail that would make you upset is that the lowest level late ads that they brought in, because not everybody wanted to do it, and because of the change, and yes, it is kind of connect. You're going to lose people and gain people. The late ads still got, and this isn't confirmed, but this is what they're saying, at least $100,000, and you got first class accommodations to and from. Like, you get to go there. You get paid $100,000. They put you up and they fly you back, like literally in a Saudi pod on the best airline. No, you know what I mean? Like, you get treated like a king.
You know what it's like? It's like, how Tony Rage tells us that, like, if you hire him to shoot your kid's birthday party, he'll charge $100, right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know his prices. I'm just using nice round numbers. If you hire him to shoot a birthday party, he's going to charge you $100. If you hire him to shoot a wedding, he's going to charge you $10,000.
Yes.
Because that's what's expected. And so now, like in Riyadh, they know after that comedy festival debacle, after this, it's like, what would you charge? $15 million for that, Brady? Ask him 75.
Yeah. They'll pay it because they have no limit.
Yeah.
They have unlimited.
It's a perpetual
weird.
wedding.
Yeah. And they're not getting back hundreds of millions of dollars worth of marketing for this, but it doesn't even matter.
Well, they don't need to get back the money. They're making more money. It's, like you said, it's underneath them.
Yeah, which is a weird thing that we're not used to seeing, where you're just like, oh, they'll waste an unlimited amount, and we'll see what people's morals are worth. Or whatever, or like backlash they would get.
I do think they enjoy that.
It's like 75
I think there's
million.
a part of that they enjoy. They enjoy putting
it's
the $100 million out there. Bill Burr takes it, and they're like, "I tested you, and you took it."
It's an indecent proposal.
Yeah,
how much money? Because we all have a price for if this guy came
for me to go and podcast in Saudi.
No.
What's my price?
How much for the guy to sleep with your wife?
Who? Takai, my new best friend.
Takai, yeah.
Was it one night?
One night, yeah.
Is it just?
And it has to be advertised.
Can he do anything he wants?
Yes, and it's on the internet.
Oh my God! I don't think I could do it then if it's on the internet.
There's an amount.
I don't know. I don't want people to. It would probably tear my marriage apart.
There's an amount.
I can't say that guy actually dated my wife before we got married.
I'm just saying, there's an amount, and when it gets real, and we found out,
we have to discuss it with my wife.
That's the real crux. Is like, what's her price?
Well, Tom Brady's amount was $75 million to do this, and we see it. I like that.
Somebody in the chat room, Dion's bathtub, says, "I wish Tom would have negotiated to not include Logan Paul. What the F was he doing there?" Like it or not, Logan Paul is one of the biggest and most seen humans on the planet. It would be up to you
and
to truly
we need to bring the young guys.
Well, you also would need to avoid him at all costs. That's how these guys are getting paid, right? Like, what's that guy's name? Kai Cenat, I think.
Yes.
And he's literally hasn't done a video in the last 6 months, but the way the algorithm works, people are still going to his stuff. So he's getting paid $500,000 a month just to exist. You guys need to stop like looking at that content.
No, but we're talking about the 20-year-olds, the teens. That's what the NFL wants.
Who they're trying to draw into
Yes.
this flag football game,
Yeah.
like young dudes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because our generation, like flag football is not interesting to me at all. Like watching this game is not like seeing Tom Brady throw a pass again that's interesting, but the clip, the watching a whole
It
game
wasn't anything special.
Like,
There's no stakes.
and it's like I want to see people tackle and hit and then not just grab at each other's wieners. That's what it is.
It is.
And they pull
It's
down.
a sea grabbing sport. I mean, like, if you play flag football, I'm going to tell you something. I'm sorry to say this, but you're nothing but a glorified sea grabber. If you play flag football, it's all you're doing. In fact,
grabbing at dangling
Yeah.
flags near
you're a
dudes'
sea
waists.
grabber. One out of every 3 flags you grab a wiener.
They pulled down Joe Burrow's pants.
Exactly, because it's sea grabbers, man. That's a bunch of sea grabbers.
Which is crazy that they even let him play, or he even took the chance.
Oh,
'cause
he's as out of the league as but that guy.
No, he's starting with the Bengals.
He's a mess.
He was trying to juke. I'm like, you're gonna blow your ACL,
He's a
Burrow.
mess.
You're crazy for doing this. Like, unless you got that 75 Tom Brady
What if
money.
we did a Tom and Dad charity sea grabbing contest where we just call flag football what it really is?
It's not entertaining. It is stupid.
Now, would
I
this,
don't like to wear a little. You have to wear a skirt. You're wearing a little skirt and running around.
Yeah.
would this game have been
Do I
interesting
sound like a dumb old man?
if they take like the whole, let's say $90 million, they paid everybody on the field to play.
Yeah.
If they make it a $90 million purse and the winning team takes $90 million,
Were they got to wear a purse?
then there's some stakes to it.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Dan, that's a great grandpa joke, dude.
Let me put my cane in the shot.
But anyway, so they did that, and I guess we're gonna see flag football in the Olympics in 2028.
But nobody cares.
And
We
I don't
care
think-
less about flag football than we did breakdancing. People
Well-
cared about breakdancing in the Olympics.
Unless we just dominate it, and then we'll love it.
We liked it when it was a dream team and we played the regular rules basketball.
Exactly.
And we thought,
Yeah, but basketball's a real sport. Flag football is
Yes.
not a real sport.
when this was announced, we thought it was going to be a dream team scenario where we were going to see NFL players play this in the Olympics.
It's a dumbed down version of football.
No, yeah,
Turns out they suck at flag football.
Yes, they do. They're not even set up for it. Their body type is wrong.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they did this partially is like we need to show the world why the NFL stars are not playing this because they can't.
That's a good point.
You know, so there's a little bit of that too. I don't know why
their
this-
hands aren't made for needlepoint
No.
either. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's
So-
a daintier game. The reason flag football was
Yeah.
invented
No one's gonna
is
care.
I think that flag football only exists, and this is my personal belief. And I'm sorry if I'm making flag football people mad, but flag football in my mind was only invented so we could play football in school without hurting each other.
Exactly.
That's the only reason we have it.
And it's fine. There's a place for it. It's just not going
School.
to be as popular. And maybe the younger generation, this is what this is. Like, we're the old men, and the people in their teens and 20s, when they see this, they're going to, like, and maybe when they, 20 years from now,
Oh, flag football's where it's at, man.
like,
Can't see anybody.
they a lot of people say the NFL is like degrading towards a flag football type of, you know, they don't want their star players hurt. It's too violent of a sport. Like, you know, we've seen the difference between the 90s and what it is today.
How
Like,
much audience would they if we had a genie and we rubbed the lamp and he popped out and I said, "Hey genie, make the NFL flag football and don't tell anybody." How much viewership would they lose? All of it.
yeah, now, but if slowly over 25 years, we'll be dead.
I'll be looking for flags. I see one flag
My
on one
son-
receiver. Oh, I see
My
a-
son, yeah, you'll be the old man in the senior living home screaming that this is flags are for you know what.
Yeah. It works too well, right? Flag football, it works too well. You can diss it
Like,
so easily.
This is how it happens. There's like, you know, we won't stand for it, but yet we will die out, and the younger generation, and that I think that's what the NFL is looking at.
Can you make an argument that it's a more exciting game?
There's more points scored, I guess. You know, I don't know for me, but again, we're already too old for it. We're already too used to regular football.
mouth
Yeah,
football.
this is for the teens. Anyway.
But look, like kind of in the 80s, like boxing kind of evolved into like a more civilized version of boxing, and then UCF came out of that. So like, will
UFC.
we?
Yeah.
Will we?
Yeah.
Will this evolve into like a more civilized football, and then some sort of murderous version of
Murder Ball. I've been waiting for
Yeah.
Murder Ball. You know how many, as a gamer,
Yes.
because I'm back into video games now, do you know how many, like, movies in the 70s, we were promised a video game, in the 70s and early 80s, we were promised a video game or movie or some sort of game where grown men played to the death called Murder Ball.
Yes.
And there's no such thing as it now, and I want my goddamn Murder Ball. It's time. It's Armageddon. There's wars everywhere. I want Murder Ball.
I remember when the internet came out, right? And we all do. And we thought that was going to lead to Murder Ball.
yes.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, yes, now we're going to get to see people fight to the death.
Tom and Dan t-shirt. It says 2003 Murder Ball Championship.
Yeah. We were going to see people fight to the death on the internet.
Murder
because
Ball.
Now it's opened up, and now you can see anything globally, and it's going to be deep in the Amazon rainforest, and we're going to watch Murder
We
Ball.
got there. You know what killed
and
it?
then something stopped.
I was explaining this to Maisie, and the things that I explained to Maisie are in some ways, and you should yell at me for this, are worse than the things that you explain to your sons when they're trying to stay up late. But I was explaining to my daughter, and maybe I should have saved this for a BDM show, but I'll say it. I was explaining to her the concept of the YouTube sensation bum fights. And I'm sorry, okay? I'll upfront
How the
say-
hell did that come up?
I don't know, but we were talking about people fighting on the internet and watching fights, and I was explaining to her that there used to be a thing called bum fights, which is the closest we've ever gotten to Murder Ball, where we had real people
Yes.
fighting, and they were real. They were authentic, like homeless people that would be battling it out
Yes.
for a little bit of money.
Yes.
But fighting to the death exists somewhere in the world. Somebody's fighting to the death right now.
Right.
That's
It
happening
always has
somewhere.
been that way.
But with a ball and points involved. That's
Yes.
what I want. And
I
then-
always, okay, I
And
always,
civil line, we're all there's some sort of rules, right?
no, my murder ball has always
No
been
eye
this.
gouging.
Okay, you could call me a crazy, super crazy or not, but my murder ball has always been the team that loses stands on the platform as the platform's lowered into acid.
Aztec style.
You
Sure.
lower it in
Yeah.
the plat. They're like, sorry, we lost, and the murder ball team is lowered into acid, and you scream. They're screaming, but it's
Yeah.
off camera.
like
off
it's,
camera.
it's a concept like behind Squid Games, kind of. It's like, they're it's games that involve death if you lose, and we never got it the real.
We got real close with the American Gladiator sub game where the two regular guys were on the outside with a bucket of balls, and they had to run into the middle and stuff a ball into like various little chutes while the gladiators tried to drive them into the floor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That-
Very similar.
That
Very
was
close.
very close to real life murder ball.
That would see that if we'd have continued on that
Yeah.
path, those people would have gotten injured, and they would have bandaged up their injuries and still have to perform.
A lot of dudes played hurt on
Yeah,
American
you would have
Gladiators.
it, yeah.
It was,
absolutely.
it was just like slam them harder and harder and harder, and then eventually it's like, oh, that was it.
I mean,
Every
roll.
once in a while, dude would get so hurt they'd bring in another competitor. They'd be like, "This guy was waiting in the wings, and now he gets to take over for a guy whose neck we just broke."
But I think,
so good.
I think what I'm also fueling my thirst for this, right, is taking a lot of, even though I'm not a movie guy, because I was in like mass communications, I took a lot of movie classes. You have to do that. And in one of my classes, even at UCF, we covered the movie Rollerball. Yeah, which is
Great film.
It is a version of like you're playing like some sort of post-apocalyptic murder sport.
yeah.
Yep.
And I have always thought that eventually we would, like, I look around the world right now, I'm like, it'd be perfect for a murder sport right
Yep.
now. We
Yeah.
are ready.
And then why isn't it happening?
I don't know. People are too soft,
good
I
to
guess. We're going we're getting
We
flag
like
football.
the movies.
Yeah.
So it seems like if someone is like,
Because it becomes too real, right?
maybe someone tried to do this, and like the governments are like, oh, we can't let this happen.
Well, we got close again. I want to say right before the pandemic, maybe 3 years pre-pandemic, there was a show where they had a guy standing on an edge of a building, and they had it rigged so it looked like he would fall to his, or somebody could push him. Do you remember this show?
Oh, yeah.
And it was like you could either push him to his death for $1 million or not, and then you get nothing or whatever.
Yeah.
And then they like
and the
push
people
it.
thought they were killing him.
Yeah, but they would seriously trick you into thinking you had murdered somebody. You have to carry that weight, but you got the money. You know, it's like, oh, okay, we're getting closer. We're getting closer to
Like,
murder.
yeah, that's
ball.
close.
pretty close.
That's a good one, right?
Yeah.
I forget who.
No one actually died,
Yeah.
but the people think they killed
Yeah,
him.
yeah. It's the best.
Yeah.
It's the closest you can get to you murdering somebody.
And you were seeing that live.
Because they made it look like the guy like fell. I think he splattered on the ground, but it was all fake.
Yeah.
I
But the
think-
people thought they killed him. They're
Yes.
like, let's see what this would look like. and how
Let's
they
see if
react.
this person needs money so much they'll push this man up a building. And I was like, now we're here. This is the show I want.
Yeah, until we get real murder ball, I'll take that.
All right, let's get out of
Plug
here.
some stuff.
Ross, how can people find out about the next gambling cruise?
Check out the Orlando Talk Show on any of your podcast apps, and add me, Ross McCoy, on Facebook, Instagram, LRossCram, and keep your eyes peeled.
All right.
I also thought when Running Man came out last year that we were going to get like somebody that would be like, oh, that's a great idea.
Yeah.
Like, or Squid Game. I thought Mr. Beast, he's too soft. He can't do
No,
that.
I know.
I'll
Yeah.
give everybody $1 million.
Right.
Get that big tooth bastard out of here.
Yeah.
Hate that guy.
Go do Beast Games on the Great Pacific Garbage Gyre where there's no rules, and kill people, Mr. Beast.
I want people to see people fight to the death on the plastic garbage pile in the ocean.
Where?
Let's make use of it. It's there.
Wait
Let's
a minute.
use it.
Is that the island that's made makes you sad? It's
Yeah.
an island all made of discarded computer keyboard keys.
Yeah.
There's a whole island that
Yeah.
we have
It's just
wasted.
floating.
You nerds in your video games have wasted so many computer keyboards that there's an island in the South Pacific just made of keys,
Yeah.
and Mr. Beast is gonna have young boys fight to the death on the island.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow.